He said that the things I say I will not do, these are the things that I do. And the things that I say I want to do, the ones that I desire to do, I don't have the energy to do them. The absence of the within spirit. That's the potential dimension of the anointing. It keeps you. It keeps you. It keeps you. And this one is greater than the spirit of God. That potential energy, that ability for you to not be around, change that sound, give me some strength. The ability for you to stay in the atmosphere where there is no government of God, and you are still able to bear witness of God personally. You are still able to live the life of the kingdom, even though there is nobody watching you, even though there is nobody looking at you. Gone are those days where you have to be pushed to do the things of the kingdom. Listen to me. In the kingdom, you must be self-motivated. In the kingdom, you must be self-motivation. Hey, enough of the movement. In the kingdom, you must be what? Somebody say self-motivated. You must have self-motivation. What I mean by self-motivation, listen to me. The life of the kingdom does not begin from the outside. It begins from the inside. That is why Jesus Christ telling them, he said that who amongst you will wash the outside of the cup and not clean the inside first? But when the outside of the cup is washed and the inside is unclean, you cannot drink water with it. I will also tell you that when the inside is clean and the outside is dirty, you cannot drink water with it. Because by the time you put that cup in the water, it already contaminates it, no matter how clean the inside is. That's why these two dimensions of the anointing is very important. Number one, the God that you carry will not be felt by your generation until it goes into the spirit of God. That's why although the apostles were with Jesus, for as long as they were not found in the sin, they had the life of Christ, but they were never witnesses of God. Nobody could experience God through them. You see the stage of their discipleship. That was when they were being taught the ways of the kingdom. The Bible says they that are without, these ones, they see acts which are a function of the anointing upon me. He said, but they that are within, they see ways. This one is a function of what? Of the spirit within. For unto them that are outside, the things of the kingdom are mysteries. But unto you, the interpretation of these mysteries and parables have been given. So one of the things that you must understand about the energy of the spirit is that it has the ability to sustain a man. I have seen many anointed people, many of them who were rugged in the spirit, heavily loaded, intense. These people, they're demonstrating facets of spiritual realities. They were manifesting God in different dimensions. Brothers who were intense in the days when we began to pray, but immediately they entered into territories where no one was mentoring them, no one was watching them. Some of you here, you cannot even come around people who can see. Do you know why? Because your ways are not clean. One thing about a prophet, if you go around a genuine prophet, you will know that the first thing that he will alight upon is your iniquities. It is the way of a prophet. It is the way of a prophet. And some of you know that I look upon you like this. It is hard for you to hide it. It is hard. Many years ago, I received an anointing from God. After I encountered the Lord in 2016, October 16, 2016, the Lord gave me an anointing. From that day, my eyes, I came out of that place, I began to see people, I see their skeleton. Do you know when I say I see your skeleton? Which means I'm not seeing you, I'm seeing your skeleton. I'm hearing your thoughts. The anointing. That's a dimension of the prophetic anointing. That's the first thing. But then a prophet who is matured will not capitalize on the errors that you make. He will rather tell you that which is the mind of God. That's why you see that There are a lot of people who cannot even come around me because by the time you are pretending around me, I'm seeing your mess. I'm seeing it. So if you are a person of pride, very soon we will have a problem. Are you following me tonight? Are you following me? The ways of a man are ordered from the within spirit. That is the spirit that keeps you in the secret altar. There were brothers that I had who were very much anointed of God, but they were still found in the corridors of Babylon. They were dancing to a rhythm that is not of God, in the secret, and they had partners to it. But we did not know, because there is a way that the anointing upon your head, the one upon, can camouflage your errors. It can camouflage. You see, that Satan capitalizes on the anointing to destroy you. And so you find out that when an anointing comes upon a man, he is not arrogant. He doesn't know who is his header. Hey, you did not know that it was a function of what was upon Samson that was uncurtailed, that made him to go into the chambers of damsels. You don't understand? Have you not heard? Take your inventory. You will find out that most of the men of God that are involved in scandals are prophets, anointed of God. Have you not found most of the charlatans that you see today, the anointing on their head is genuine? Most of the things on the altar, Balaam was anointed of God, had a substantial, terrible anointing, the one that can deliver under pressure. That was the kind of anointing that was on the head of Balaam. To the extent a king could discern it and hired him to curse the people of God. It is not a little prophet that you call to overturn that which God has installed. These are capacities. Are you following me tonight? This one is capacity. Is different level of intensity. One time Jacob stood and told his children when he leaned on his staff, he said, Reuben, you shall not what? You shall not excel. He said, are we together now? And in the later future, another man with a higher intensity came around, Moses, and he said, Reuben shall live and not die. And let not dismay. So you find out that the decrees of a man's mouth are conducted by the level of intensity of his life. There are what Bible says how God. He said God established Samuel to the extent that none of his words fell to the ground. Energy, 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 energy. It is energy. It is what you may call station in the spirit. This one is what you do with God. I'm going to show you how to